With your steps, you break it down. Yeah, we never bring the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of God's Uganda. We talk the truth, not just a brand for car lovers across the land. For the love of cars, Uganda we roll. From dusty roads to principal patrol. With your steps, we break it down. Helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of God's Uganda. Welcome to the road, and where are the mystery souls? For the love of God's Uganda. Mysteries, the stories right. All the new, the shine we bright. Toyota, Nissan, Ben, so much that we break it down, no propaganda. Every rapper's gotta tell. Feeling try to see the scale. We talk the truth, not just a brand for car lovers across the land. For the love of cars, Uganda we roll. From dusty road to principal patrol. With your steps, we break it down. Helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cars, Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, driving to tomorrow. We'll bring the love, not just the horsepower. Is it a no warranty expired? We'll show you what's real, not just the hype. Styling views and engine walls. We teach you more than just photos. And tools from the basics, not trucking, beat and car just stuff. If you're new or is on bed, for the love of cars, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's in learning, driving proud. This is more than just machines. It's a love, the life, from dusty road to principal patrol. When you steps, you break it down. Helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of God's Uganda. Okay, man. I love the guy. Don't you want me? She don't you want me, Matilda? Yes, I tell her. Ration nimbo 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 linza ai. 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 Girl, you my number one. Kwasoka na kugama ne kuyo mako bakwa. I tell you that, but you don't care. You don't give a damn, you don't dare. My number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never ever, but you made me beg. You made me beg. I come over, you made me beg. But why? But why? Ration nimbo 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 linza ai. 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 Sitting on motoka, sitting on kalanja, sitting on bling, jagala kuwa some love. Give me some love, be my better half. My girl, number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never bad, but you made me big. You made me big. Every time I come over, you made me big. But why? But you never ever take what I say. See, I need you. But you do what you do ever again. Rock my world, it goes around, around and round and round and round. I love you so, I need you so, I never leave you so. Girl, I tell you this every day, every night, that I really feel you, I can't deny. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Nothing gonna last for long. Time does not wait. Okay, man. Good morning, my people. How are you doing today? The day is bright. The morning is bright. But how was your night? I hope you guys are doing well today. Today we're not talking about making money. We're not talking about cars to be specific, but we're talking about how to use money wisely without guilt. You see, sometimes we work so hard, save so carefully, and still hesitate to spend a little on ourselves. A meal, a trip, or something that makes us feel alive. And other times, we overspend trying to feel better and regret it later. So today, let's ask ourselves when it's actually okay to spend on ourselves. When is it okay to spend on yourself? Huh? And how do you do it without hurting your financial peace? Because financial peace is also important. Good morning. And my question today is, what would you buy today if my question today is, what would you buy today if guilt wasn't part of the decision? Because guilt is always somewhere around the corner waiting for you. So what would you buy today if guilt wasn't part of the equation? Nga sente weziri, nga tene chigenda kugamba nti waguze charge, nga wayinonye sente. What would you be buying? That's my question for you. Karota Uganda, good morning. Presdo Antonio, good morning. Lawrence Omule, good morning. Muyombia Mark, good morning. Jones Info, good morning. K. Jovan, good morning. The Direct Shot, good morning. Muchunguzi Gerald Chovio, Alex. Motion by Benji, Karim. Chairman Zaka Gambie. People who never miss the morning broadcast sente zo muzirina. Bagagaba nange good morning. Ngake Chairman Zaka Gambie. Chunguzi Gerald Agambie. Senga wadene sente yari guze Toyota Primo 2006. Yeah, good morning, Ezekiel. Kariegira Amos Luke, good morning. The 1997 Mitsubishi Pajero Junior Anangi. Nyenje Henry, good morning, or your Henry Modern Juice. So Shtereko, good morning. Already at my workplace. Zenchali mo good transit atasijensokera. Nyina wenjagala okulaba njagala confirming amoroka zange za review ya lero nabo bazimpa so ngenda kuita Ken Nakawa ngenda kuita Ken Nakawa ngasina genda ku office ndabe. But good morning, my people. We are talking about that's a rough for guys mujirabye oyagula zero mileage kuba ya government. So today we are talking about when it's okay to spend on yourself.
Spending money brings emotional relief. Muchimanyi ekyo. Muchiwulira. But the difference between reward and escape matters, because you can spend money and you feel like you have rewarded yourself, or you can spend money and it's almost like you're escaping something. So many people forget to save for to save for themselves when they save for everyone else. They, like us, the men, school fees, family, emergencies, but you forget yourself. Like if you literally, you're forced to buy stuff for yourself. Nze engoye olumu banka kokuzigula. Nze engoye ezimu ezebbeeyi ezo omukazi azigula lwampaka n'akoma n'omubuuza. So I think that's the thing. So others use emotional spending as medicine. Kati omuntu abeerawo ng'alina ebimumazeeko emirembe n'asalawo kanyonoone kasente kange, okitegeera, n'asalawo busazi kwonoona ssente. So it's not wrong to treat yourself, but it's important that we don't confuse self-care with self-sabotage, because olumu spending and nga oyonoona bwonoonyi, okitegeera. Have you seen someone nga yali mwavu n'afunamu kasente ate se n'ayonoona nyonoone? I would go on a countrywide trip, visit every corner of Uganda. Julia Sengowa, good morning. What would you buy if guilt wasn't part of the decision? What would you buy if guilt wasn't part of the decision? So guys, how do you know that, how do you know when a purchase is a reward or an excuse? Because waliwo okubanga wewe ekirabo ne wabawo okubanga okyekwaso. So how do you differentiate the two? And probably the other thing we should ask is, why is it that sometimes we spend responsibly naye no wulya ng'oli guilty? Okitegeera. Like you buy a healthy alternative which is more expensive, which is good for you because then you will live longer. But then something in you tells you you have wasted money. Why is it that sometimes guilt follows us even when we are spending responsibly? Why is it like that? So guys, let's talk about the smart ways to spend on ourselves. Paul Sema VIP, good morning. What would you buy today if guilt wasn't part of the decision? Chiche waliba dogula. If guilt was not part of the decision. Let's talk about some responsible ways to spend that sometimes we feel guilty spending. If you say we spend money. For example, some of you guys fear to spend money on the gym because Frank Gashumba yabagamba ekyogenda mu gym mukole sente. So some of you feel like you're wasting money. Checkups ogenda mu ddwaliro bakebere. Some of you guys think that ogenda mu ddwaliro bakebere nga tonnalwala kwonoona sente. People, that is not wastage of money. That is responsible spending on yourself, or smart spending. Therapy. Ogenda ke wa psychologist noyogerako nanze sera therapy namuvaako teyeetagisa. Bwe mba neetaaga therapy neeyogeza. Mbeera mu mmotoka muno nga neeyogeza. Kakati yakoze byaki ebyo. Kakati kino nali kizimu. Ogenda okumalizako olugendo nga therapy awedde. Kakati kuba ne ogende ewa therapist era bigenda kuba byakweyogeza okujja ng'oyagala ogende yakuwa empeke. Nabivaako. So health and wellness. When you're spending on your health, that's a smart way to spend on yourself. Never feel guilty, although some of you guys, you feel guilty. What health and wellness, where should we draw the line? I think we should draw the line at supplements. And when you're looking for quick fixes, do you know what quick fixes are? Abaana bagenda mu gym, nayagala akole masongeza atha, n'alya protein. Now, protein supplements are not that bad. I don't think they should be that bad. But eat them when the doctors have told you need protein supplements. When you need to make muscles. Because there are people that have your body, there is a natural body you're supposed to have. But the moment you eat a protein to supplement your muscle growth, or weight gain, then you're going to gain excess weight, which will be unhealthy. So that's not a smart way to spend your money. The second way that we should spend money smartly is personal growth. Get enrolling for courses, learning new skills, buying books for reading. Yeah, personal growth is very important. However, there is a time when it's no longer personal growth. Kati ngotandise kuona na sente. Okitegeera, when you pay for validation, or for example status learning, already skill ogirina, already ogikozesa, already omulimu ogwina, business ogina, and then you just go back to second ngende bakakasente mmanyi. Okitegeera, then that's oba ogenze mu red line. The third way for us to spend smartly, guys, for us to spend. Now these are smart ways. You don't have to do any of them or either of them, but I highly recommend you do the health and wellness spending. Me, every end of year, I make sure I buy myself one something every year. Like 1 to 2 million every year. And I thank myself for being there for me. Or your Henry Modern Juice. Mpaga Henry High, Richard Aki High. What would you buy today if guilt wasn't part of the decision? Katinzanange nemu kuchirowooza ko what I would buy myself if guilt wasn't part of the decision. I think guilt is written all over Uganda. People are suffering. You buy something for you, you look at your neighbor who is suffering and you think, so no, yeah. And then people are ever guilt tripping us. People are ever guilt tripping us. You buy something nice for yourself, and then they start telling you how someone else bought something nice for themselves, and then life turned around, and then they were suffering. And then they read a Bible verse that makes you feel guilty. Relaxation and fun, guys. We need to have fun. We need to relax. So sometimes it's okay for you to spend money on having fun. For example, if you want to take a short trip, visit a relative that you like, visit a friend that you treasure, which eating a good meal once in a while, which that's okay. Hobbies, like you have a hobby. Let's say you like driving, and driving is your hobby. For me, driving is my hobby. I like driving. I drive literally everywhere. So the extra money I spend on driving is okay. So and we even have an alternative these days. It's not just spending money on fuel. You can spend an extra few millions, buy yourself an electric car, and then you never have to worry about fuel again. So you can drive and go everywhere, anywhere. Where is the red line in relaxation and fun? When you over travel, yeah, or when you spend a lot of money on weekends. Some of you guys go and you go for weekends and get national parks, yeah. Some of you guys mugenda go beach, nemumarayo weekend. Some of you guys go for rallies. Is in Moroka Zempaka. And then you go Friday, come back Sunday evening. Ogendo kuvango spend $1 million. That's also something that is irresponsible. However, responsible relaxation is okay. And then, of course, I think it's important for us to spend on style and image. It boosts our confidence. One of the reasons I go to gym is to boost my confidence. I don't know if I would be confident if I were small. Like sometimes I see like very small people too confident and I admire them. Like, how can I be so confident when I'm too small? Like when I don't have muscle, I don't have a chest that has a boob. Like some people have a lot of confidence, and I admire them. Like when Zirukira, there is a dude, he's a coach, he's small. Mutidi Simutono. Mutidi, but he's the coach. But when he stands, you see that he's confident in his skin or in his bones. I am supposed to be taking a different route, so I need to turn Kubangida Nakawa. So let me turn. Supposed to be taking a different route. So let me turn. Zay, can't you get down? Those are the product placement. But then later with day. like going in one direction is almost like an impulse going. So anyway, guys, so for me, I find that lifting my weights, I no longer go to gym actually. I lift my weights at home. But for me, every time I buy a 10 kg or a 20 kg set of weights, I know that's going to add on my confidence. There are things that everyone does that boost their confidence. Some people having the most expensive perfume boosts their confidence. For some people, putting on the most expensive jacket boosts their confidence. So it's important for you to know what boosts your confidence and spend on it. Or check it. For some people, having the most expensive shoe boosts their confidence, or the nicest shoe boosts their confidence. So it's important for us to understand what is that one thing that boosts your confidence. Nkuba no map wawe mpita. Wanga ngende side ye Echambogo. Ngenda side ya Chambogo. Genangwe kuspia. Kitegeeza. Andabe. I'm trying to figure out where to pass. Guys, my question for you today, what would you buy today if guilt wasn't part of the decision? So guys, what's the one thing that you spend on for style and image for you to feel better about yourself, or to feel kana kakubo kagwawo wali wenjagala okugwa eka mmaleo kale kagwawo eka mmaleo wano. Guys, what did you buy today if guilt wasn't part of the decision? And of course today we are talking about when is it okay to spend on yourself? When? And for me, I pointed out a number of ways when it's good, when it's smart to spend on yourself. For example, health and wellness, when you're trying to make sure your health is better. Personal growth, when you're trying to relax or have fun, or when you're trying to work on your style and image. I think in every category, I spend money on myself. Like in health, nzo obulwadde sikyabuzanyiramu. Nayagala ddo okuwangaala, kati okuwangaala okunkolerako ddala. Personal growth, nze nsomera nno ddala. Relaxation and fun, that's where I think Micah is one of the things that that gives me the relaxation. And then of course style and image, I lift weights, I run. Yes, so that running takes away the pot belly. The lifting of the weights makes my body big. So instead of getting big because of eating meat, I get big because of lifting weights. So guys, what would you buy today if guilt wasn't part of the equation? If it's about health, I don't care about how much I have to spend, like buying daily fruits, my fitness attires, going for regular medical checkups. Nicola said, good morning. It's been 2 months. A car is personal space. I feel rejuvenated now as I drive to Tororo while planning for the rest of the year. Man, imoroka chilala. But guys, as we drive, let's try to be as careful as possible. This morning I saw an accident where people were driving and and the truck came and knocked them from behind. That's something that I pray that it never happens to any of you. It's traumatizing. It spoils your car. It spoils your mood. And somehow, umuntu akutomera, yeah, you got to get into it's an accident. Naye majority of the time, when someone knocks you from behind, it's irresponsible driving. Aba abadduka nnyo. Okitegeera n'akutomera from behind. Naye ng'ate ayagala gw'otegeere it was an accident omusonyiwe. Okitegeera gwe ng'akoononedde emmoloka. So I pray that never happens to you. Musime Kim Job, what would you buy today if gift wasn't part of your decision? Rama Charity Organization, Katamba Isaac Katende. Mwasuze mutya. Chichiche wali guze essaawa eno nga tewali kulumiriza nti wayi nga weyonoonye ssente. Wayi naawe ku myaka gy'okyabigula. Wayi lwaki tolinze n'okigula mu bukadde. Why? Obigule ebyo abaana banaasoma taamu ejja. If guilt was not part of the decision, what would you buy? I'm also still figuring it out what I would buy. I think one of the things I would buy is I'd buy a coaster like that and turn it into a moving home as my project. Like if guilt wasn't part of the decision.
For the love of God's Uganda. We talk the truth of just a brand for car lovers across the land.
I think, Jovan, the best way to think about it is to think about that one thing that you have been trying to buy, that one thing that you want to buy, but you can't buy because, well, it seems a little bit irresponsible. Think about that.
Welcome to the road and we're up the mystery soul. For the love of God's Uganda. The streets, the story is right. All the new, the shine will bright. Toyota, Nissan, Benz, so much that would make it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got a tell. Feeling try to see the scale. We talk the truth, oh, that's the brand for car lovers across the land. For the love of God's Uganda, we roll. From dusty road to Grimsby Patrol.
For the people that don't know, Anobaita Kabalagala.
For the love of God's Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We bring the love, no just the horsepower. Is it a move or a TX5? We show you what's real, no just the hype. Styling views and legion moves. We teach you more than just photos. Taking tools from the basics of trucking, gear and car gear stuff. If you new or this is over, for the love of cause you ain't seen of it yet. It's in the this is more than just machines. It's the love, the life, the dream. For the love of us, Uganda, we roll. From dusty road to Grimsby Patrol. Still break it down. Helping every number in the town. For the love of God's Uganda.
Alright, mapu ekyambuze. Badde nyina kudda wali. Badde nyina kudda wali. But mwe mapu ebuze.
Okay, man. I love me, girl. She don't you want me. She don't you want me. But I tell her. Yes, I tell her.
Alright. Mapu ebuze gwe kyomanya ngenda Kyambogo. Ne mapu ekyabuze ne kamale gaiteni. Guys, what would you buy today if guilt wasn't part of the decision? Nga tewali kigenda kukulumiriza. Kiki wali eguze katuyingidde muyenga. Manche mulimpa. Some of you guys emuyenga temutuuka nga naye. Noonya Land Cruiser bweto. Nsasula million 8 cash. Nsasula 8 gwangamba mbu 8 sente ntono ze 10 nzirabye naye sizaagala. Njagala ya 8. Ate njagifuna mujja kutya. Give me one I work on myself. So guys, we are talking about spending. Spend to improve your quality of life, not to prove your lifestyle. Spend to improve the quality of your life, not to prove your lifestyle. I think awoni nawo nze buli kyenkola nkikola kulongoosa bulamu bwange, kikola kulagako nsi. Mulabe kalina y'omugagga. Kati abagagga be basookawo ne bazimba bukalina bwedda. Okalengera. Mbazuumingire. Nkole bulungi olugambo okalaba kakalina. Kalina kekimpatiira. Nange nali njagala kalina naye nagenda okulaba. Okuzimba kalina nga nzimba ya kimpatiira asigadde mu bbanga lwasinga. Obeera mwaka akantu gwe ng'olaba wazimba kalina naye nga bakukeneka kati abe yazimba eno agambe ki. Banaye temuzimba buzimbi kalina. So guys, what would you spend on today if guilt was not part of the decision? Spend to improve your quality of life, not to improve your lifestyle. For example, I think one of the decisions I've been making over time to improve my quality of life is buying cars that help me save on fuel over time. And now I'm driving a hybrid, which I know has done a great deal in improving my. Of course, now with the hybrids, like there's a time the coolant pump just shut down, and when it shut down, all of a sudden, what happened is that it blew a fuse, and the car turned off. The car turned off all of a sudden, but I know how to diagnose, and I also had a mechanic with me. I figured out what had blown the fuse, so I put a spare fuse, and then when I put a spare fuse, then I drove. I called the person that came and replaced the coolant pump, and I was on my way. So the kind of problems that hybrids normally have, like our mechanics haven't yet figured them out. So when you buy a hybrid, you're learning what the problem is together with your mechanic. Kamaroku broking on. So I think literally with everything I do, I've been doing to improve quality of life. I remember the first time I bought a Samsung phone, and Samsung is expensive. It's expensive to buy, expensive to maintain, but I bought it because I was tired of hiring a camera person to do short videos for me. I realized Samsung gave me literally the same quality as a 5D Mark IV camera, which costs about 100,000 to hire every day. So I bought the S7 Edge the very first time, and I've never gone back to buying any other phone. I remember you guys, there's a time, if you remember, there's a time one of you guys here when nagura kama simu yampa iPhone nenema nenjimudiza nanziriza sente zange. So iPhone sigisobola nsobola Samsung. Samsung one is user friendly, doesn't give me trouble. I can exchange files very easily and stuff like that. So basically, it's very easy to use. I spend 2 hours every week running, but that's to improve the quality of my life. I realized some of you guys don't know where we are. Mugamba kasajja ka athaga kamanyi map ya Uganda. Manyi ku Kampala, ina nange gisimanyi. So anyway, some of the smart decisions I've made are to improve the quality of my life. And of course there are some people that that have bought condominiums because living in a condominium apartment makes their life better. Ochitegeera nagula a 1-bedroom condominium apartment at 125 million. That life is what works for them. Ochitegeera. So it's important. But let's think about how to try and budget for ourselves, yeah? How to try and budget for ourselves, because whether you like it or not, you need to create a budget. Nebobanga oli muntu ata spending nnyo, bano abantu babamenye bagenda gaziya kubo what. Eno nabagagga gye babeeranga eddo ziraba ezo ennyumba. Abagagga gye babeeranga eno. Naye kati ennyumba zonna zikaddiye, eno yafuuka loogi, n'eno nayo loogi. Ezo ennyumba bbiri zaafuuka loogi, waliwo n'eri nayo loogi. Mukama Katonda wange. Kati bannyinizo baavaayo bazipangisa. Abagagga babeeranga eno. Simanyi ono jjaamu. What is going on here? Mpise wakyamu. Naye kano mbadde nnyina kwetooloola eri. Naye atambula. Namuwongo, yes. So guys, let's learn to set a joy budget, a small percentage of your income dedicated for enjoyment. Okateekawo akaseno kano ngenda kalya oba nfe. I know a friend of mine ye buli weekend alina joy budget. Buli weekend anywa bia paka bwatambula nga ataga. Buli weekend alya kapooko. Okitegeera, that's one of my friends. But all the things that he owns are communal properties, like they are owned by the entire family. He doesn't own anything himself, but he has a family, obviously. And then, of course, let's plan our pleasures. Anticipate your costs and plan. Don't do impulsive spending. Every time you spend impulsively, I'm saying God choose. Papioba. Tuwetera njagala kola we tuwetera. Nimwe abantu ababeera eno nga babeera mu mbeera mbi. Ono yenna ajjaamu. Eka ngume byansi byakuleka. Kubanga when I think if I have to go back up there, I have to go back all the way nzireyo eri ekabalagala. Bwenzirayo ekabalagala, then ngene mpite ku Green Hill. Katusigale wano. Naye Arthur, guilt is a good thing. It keeps me in line, or else singa nafadda. If you watched Rome, the movie, or Sparka, I watched Rome the series. Then you know which parties would take my money if there was no guilt. You took the wrong route, Arthur. Ndagirira Giovanni tata. Giovanni si gwata ali Kampala tata. Gwogamba otanze ali Kampala, I took the wrong route. Neri wakola naye. Mwendaba wo mulala akyuka nkyuka. Kuba kitegeeza nabo kajja. Nekajja mukale kasika bulu. Nako otherwise people would not be turning. Kati noli kagenda ayonone mmoroka nga alaba. Kayonone mmoroka. Ayiseewo. Bakyamira wali maaso. Kansigale guys, let me stay. Bobwe ngo wano. Ngenda kuyita wano mu Australia. Yenengwe mpite wali ku mpite embuya ku barracks. Yenengwe kusipia nene kusipia bangaba waliwo kajjam. Nene ekireka waliyo jam. Ngenda Kyambogo. There's a right turn behind. Yeah, but that's the right turn I wanted to take still. Chemanye kireta jam waliwo aba traffic. You like this guy in front of us, Nima? I think one of the reasons we have jam is because the car road is tiny and a lot of people are entering the same road while other people are exiting. Ate wali maso waliwo construction akatambula, but it's moving. The more people turn, the more for us who have stayed will go. So anyway, guys, we have said set a joy budget. Send ezokulyako nga weeyagala. Plan your pleasures, okay? Reward milestone, not moods. Bwe bulwonyiga n'ogenda olya ice cream kyebiri buli lwonyiga n'ogenda mu bbaala n'onywa bbiya wa miliyoni buli lwosanyuka. Those are moods, not milestones. You need to achieve something for you to spend that enormous amount of money. And then, of course, you need to balance giving and receiving. I think that's where most people struggle with it. Okay, man. So, guys, what is the last thing you bought that truly made you happy? After that, I'll take you. After that, I'll take you to my place where we would play, or before we play. Yeah, feeling good. Jump, 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 jump. Feeling good. Feeling good. Jump, 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 jump. Feeling good. You and me, we rule the world. We're gonna make them jump. We're gonna make them dance. Come on, jump, 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 jump. Jump, 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 jump. You know, at this moment, I'm thinking of going all the way up there. Naye nkubamu akafaananyi bano abantu bonna bo babeera eno lwaki tebagenda yeeri bwaba watambula okusinga wano. They are all stuck to this one place. Guys that don't know, eno yonna Namuwongo. Geto ze Namuwongo. And in corners like this, you always need to be extra careful. Waliwo abantu abatategeera bangi akutomera akukulubula n'akwonoonera emmoroka. I would buy myself a 2016 Subaru Forester na guilt. I have a lot in store to do that. Awo guilt awo n'erinnya kimu ebyokugula Subaru 2016 n'abivaako. Ebyokugula Subaru 2016 n'abivaako. Me, I don't know what car I would buy. I think I would buy that Coaster nenjifula motorhome nenjivuga nga buli naku nga gyentambuliramu because it's diesel. Nga njivuga kati nga wano nga jambo akwata munchize nga parking ebbali nga ngina neebaka. But guilt, like we have said, the guilt. Omuntu ayinza n'okutunulira n'agamba totegeera olw'okuba oyogeddeko ku kintu kye wali agadde okukola. As if. Office name parking nga soka ngenda nywa chai n'amagi nga bwensoma oba bwendaba film. Me, I would not. Actually, now that I think about it, why don't I? Instead of renting an office, why don't I just buy that Coaster, turn it into a motor office, and then reserve parking in town? Omanyi weba ngenda gamba for the love of cars head office workers house, basement floor, workers house, main entrance. Kati wali costa ngoji branding for the you can't miss it. Parking a maso ga workers house au mulyango. Boja I'm at workers house, which floor? No, not a floor, a bus. You come into the office, I even give you coffee. Nga tugenda ku inspecting amorokachi. Nga tusimbula costa yafu. Nga skali za waka pandi reserved parking. Nga tuva mu inspection nga mvuga costa yanga nkoma ku office. Some ideas are very beautiful when you are there. They are just ideas. But the world can come and spoil the ideas. They try to put reality in you. They look at you like you are a fool. They open their eyes for you. They smile like, but this is a very good idea. Emoroka manji kuzerumu, mbanji kozerumu sasura reserve the parking. Ataka your parking spot bwemenya. Nga change. Nga kamba office ya atheri ruda we nakuzino. Eri wali nga ku state house awo. Nga parking amaso gachi kiti ya state house nga I've reserved my parking. Oja ata ndi wano ku state house nkusanga nga bus ojirabe ejo obojjako. No, Zamura, if guilt was not part of the equation, we would be doing things that are nice. Guilty. Kim Job abadagala gula Subaru 2016 naye kugamba waliwo ekimulumiriza nishimugala lwaki weeyagala. Obulamu buliwo okutugamba lwaki weeyagala. Why are you having fun? You don't deserve it. Oba sekyo nali guze gutsino trakogo kati ekibox kyemabega ekyo nenjiteka mu office nenteka wa madala awo. The people, if guilt was not part of the equation, we people would be happy. Ate omala okola family negikufukira ekizibu. I think the Costa will be a great idea, being that it's for the rap. Thank you very much, Martin Arthur. Thank you very much. But I know some people will not buy the idea because for them they think they are God's assistants. Arthur, you rent an office like normal people. Do you know what it means to have an office which even has a bed? I just lock the door and sleep and no one can tell me because I have my own reserved parking. I can actually reserve 3 parking spots in town. Gorumu parking eno nga kupaka wansi, ulane parking eri workers house, ulane parking ano nga ku cafe Javas. Nga bwe njagala okulya nkonko nzugula odirisa bwe ngamba mwala wa Javas. Come. I would buy a Toyota Arion A18. Why? Arion seems like not a very big dream if there was no guilt. Kanakaguru musimanyi how big it is. That's why you see I'm going very careful. Kaguru muno kabadde kanene yakube moroka nayo si intene. So guys, ngenda Kyambogo nyine moroka zinyina oku reviewing olwalero, but I just want to make sure jeziri nga sinaba kusitula team kuba team nze njikubire simu bajje. Mbadde sina kudda wali mulowooza naye kampite wano bayiseko mukube dda tulina gwa wali ku tugenda Mbuya tuyite Mbuya tugwe ku Spear otugwa ku Spear ebirala biba byanguwa naye nga abantu bange mwebali nnyo kubeeranga kwa chairman Zaka yagambye abantu abakera ku broadcast muli bagagga bannange mwebali kunjagala. It would be evidence that you love cars, meaning not just a company name. Thank you, Martin Arthur. Thank you for pumping me okumpika, but the world will judge me. It will not judge you. There is already judgment in the air. But I'm considered the Costa idea. Eyo yali mu pipeline era wengwira ku Costa. Ebirala bijja ne bwengwa ku bus ne bus maintenance n'amafuta mangi. Costa ije tuyinza okujja ntekamu ne electric motor. Idea ogirabye nima. Era senga if not for guilt. But God made that thing called guilt. You know, when you are in the it started in the Garden of Eden. In Eden, God gave people everything. He even gave them a fruit tree in the middle of the garden. But then he told these people, don't eat the fruit in the middle of the garden. And then, because Eve was a person of not not to be trifled with. Eve said, I will eat the fruit and I see what God can do. So she was starting to eat the fruit. Then the snake came and said, give your husband also. Don't die alone. So Eve gave the husband the fruit to also eat. After execute the idea. That's how people abroad do it. Guys have mobile offices, but they also have money. Jovan, guys abroad also have money. Now me, the money even to buy the coaster itself, even if it's dead, because okola yingi ni sibuzibu. Bwe nsanga nga naye mama n'ababiyina ebivundu nabo sebo basera gwefunda nawe kubole nayo no ligazi yemu nzolowoze moroka yompya uvuga moroka nkadde girabe yonna yonna efuwa mukiringa gye batuma okukufuwa naye wegazanya mukuba vai omulaba seba teekayo n'omukono ekkubo lyaleene ebbiri